Well, the sign on my computer says we're going live. So, greetings, world, and greetings, Seven Spot, and welcome to a
Hey everybody.
wonderful June 1st from Malvern and Evesham and Coventry and Vancouver, British Columbia. Today it's a glorious day in Vancouver, British Columbia, with a high expected of 16 degrees and some spotty rain, they say. And as I look outside, I see that we're having some spotty rain. What's the weather like in Evesham, John?
We're at 17, 18 degrees. It's going to stay like this all weekend. So it's a great day at the Malvern Kit Car Show, and tomorrow's going to be even better.
Mhm.
It's going to be overcast today, but tomorrow the sun's going to come out as well. So it's be a cracking day tomorrow for anybody wanted to turn up in their
Um, and
kits.
And as I understand it, you'll be heading up to the National Kit Car Show tomorrow to do some
Ex-
recording and come live. Is that right?
exactly. Exactly, yeah. We were supposed to be going and camping over, but Felix's camper van, it's a turbo diesel, and the turbo had a bit of an overspeed problem. Let's put
Oh,
it that way, and
well,
it just shattered itself into thousands of bits. But it's failed the MOT on the emissions, but that's because all the oil went down the exhaust. So
oh dear.
we've got to clean all the exhaust out and burn it all out before it'll even attempt to get it through emissions. So that kind of scuppered us a bit. And my car's off the road. My son's coming back from university today, so we're going in his car tomorrow. So we will be there tomorrow, and it'll be another big
What?
day tomorrow because we've got Ron Champions going to be there, hopefully. But
Yeah,
we'll
we're
come on to that.
looking forward to that. And tell me, what is the weather like in Coventry, Craig?
Well, surprisingly, it's about 17 degrees, very, very overcast. But one quick thing, John, we need to just let people know that while you're there, you're actually going to be there in the flesh, probably on the Northwest Kit Car stand, signing autographs. So if you want to find him, go to him and sign away. Have pictures with him. Why not?
Well,
No,
and
Ron,
that
Ron Champion's going to be copying me as well. So if anyone's got their Builder Haynes low cost for 250 quid book, he will be available to sign them. But don't pester him too much. He's a busy bloke.
does it come with a discount voucher? £250. Yeah. Right.
well, that's a wonderful segue. But Craig, I'm so happy you're here with us today because you won't be with us tomorrow, will you? Where are you going to be?
Oh no, well that's just it. I would love to have been at the Malvern event, but yes, I'm going to be part of Coventry Motofest. Once again, I've been recalled. They can't get rid of me.
What is
Um,
Motofest?
sorry.
What is Motofest?
Oh, okay. Well, Motofest is basically Coventry City Centre gets completely taken over,
Hmm.
and basically the inner ring road becomes a sprint track.
Hmm.
But there's classics, motorbikes, all different sorts of things scattered across the city centre. There's live music, there's food, there's everything going off. It's like bringing a big outside motoring event into a city centre, but the only difference is it's free.
Wow, that's
But they've
cool.
just made a major announcement a couple of days ago. They've actually in talks right now, in advanced talks with the FIA,
Hmm.
to have the first full working circuit in the city centre since Birmingham about 20, 30 years ago. And they're going to be doing motocross with cars and stuff like that. Then the tracks has gone forward, and they're hoping by maybe next year, but more 2026 if it all goes ahead.
Well,
Um, but yeah, it's gonna be spectacular when it all happens. But no, I'm bringing something new. Well, it's
well,
not new. Second year doing it, but bigger.
well, that's an interesting point because I was going to ask, what is it that you're participate? How is it you're participating at MotoFest? Can I show a few slides?
Yeah, that's fine. You go ahead.
So, what is that about?
Right, if I spin this around, you might be able to see my badge.
There we go.
Yeah. So basically, what it is, I created something called One Big Alarm alongside Ken Warburton.
Hmm.
And it was one of the first events where there was a large collection of English and American emergency services where we actually go on track. And the whole idea is the One Big Alarm is we go on track at 10 o'clock in the morning to wake up Coventry.
And I
Uh,
see you drive through tunnels to do that.
Oh yeah, the whole that was us literally just waiting to try and get to the start line so we could even sign in. That was about halfway down the line.
You've been on radio as well, haven't you? Is it Radio Coventry you've been on?
Yeah, I've been on BBC BBC CWR. I've been on multiple times. I should have gone on the other day.
The politicians got in the way. And there was a competition as well, wasn't there?
Yes, basically the competition was for a member of the public and a fellow passenger to actually ride in one of our cars, actually in a parade, because in 2021 we brought in 10 cars, which is the photograph you got right now. If people really look close at the back, we got Ecto 1, so they came down after COVID, it was really, really good. 2023 we brought in 34, and this year we've got
about 50. Is it?
Yeah, the big 50.
Well, that's really cool. I'm so glad that you're here with us.
Because I do. That is going to make some noise.
Make some noise.
That's my segue, because I wanted to introduce Craig to our broadcasting team. And thank you, World, and thank you, Craig, because the name of your channel, your YouTube channel, is Make Some Noise. And we want to share what we're doing today with Make Some Noise. And hopefully we can get a few shares from Make Some Noise tomorrow.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go live.
But that YouTube works good too.
Yeah, but what I'll try and do is, if I've got to do a couple of pre-records, and then I'll come back in a few days' time and re-edit it and do a little bit like what we did the other day.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll write up a nice Substack for our growing Substack membership, because it's all good. So just so everyone knows.
Right.
The reason why we're killing time here is because we've got our roving reporter on site, and we've got actually several of them on site. We've got Trevor Rolfe, who is busy as we speak, walking around, visiting all of the stands, but he doesn't do live work with us. He does his YouTube thing, and so we'll be receiving lots of YouTubes over the next little while on that. And our roving reporter today is Trevor Harmer, and we're efforting desperately to reach him. And
pick up your phone.
I think the phone reception at Malvern's not good, but we'll be there tomorrow.
Actually, it was pretty good last year. So,
and if we can't live recording,
it was okay for live streaming last year at Malvern, so we're hoping for the best. Now, having said that, I'm going to do a little station break here, because there is another show host we want to introduce you to, and his name is Mike Rupp. Now, he's doing something a little bit different. And what he's doing is, thank you. He's building a low cost, which is on theme, and with what our show is about, the National Kit Car Show. But his low cost is a bit different. He's not building it from scratch. His show and his series that he'll be working with us on is about taking over someone's abandoned project. And whether it's a wise thing to do or if it's a silly thing to do, but he's going to walk us through the process and discuss the merits or demerits of working that route. Now, he's an accomplished builder. He's also a racer. He's raced Formula V's, just like he knows his way around the shop. But he's going to be working with us now, and I had a nice chat with him this morning from his shed. So I may just send him a link and see if he wants to pop in. But whilst we're waiting, I'm going to see if I go ahead, John.
Say hello,
yeah, I'll do that right. But right now,
see if he wants to say hello. Yeah. I tried calling Trevor, but I don't think he's got any phone reception. I know there's 3G there.
It's 4G they have there.
4G or coverage. Is it 4G?
They have
Yeah,
4G.
there's no 5G coverage,
No,
but
yeah, but 4G is plenty
everyone on the
for
show is going
live
to be
streaming.
on. So yeah.
So,
So anyway,
for
Yeah, it should
everybody
be,
else out
should
there who
be.
doesn't understand, he's got a hot dog hanging out of his mouth right now. So that's why
that's a 5G for him.
Right, back to you, Jim.
All right, hang on, guys. I'm gonna show you a bit
Just
about
the
what
one
Mike
hot
Rupp
dog.
is up to.
Yeah, brilliant.
And see if we can get Mike to do his thing here.
Come on, Mike.
Yeah, he'll be with us. Hang on a sec. Here we go.
I've got my emergencies trying to kick in.
Yeah, no,
There you
hang
go.
on. Oh my God! Never mind the Mike. We're bringing in. I'm going to close that window right now. We're going to remove Mike for the moment, and we're going to bring in Paul. Paul, how are you doing?
I did hear somebody popping in. Yeah, hi, Paul.
Yeah, all right, everybody.
That's great. And how's everything at the National Kit Car Show?
Yeah, it's a good show, good turnout.
Can I
There's still a few empty spaces, but it's still relatively new venue in it. So
Yeah.
Hey, Trevor, Craig, can you do some interpreting for me? I didn't quite get that.
No.
No interpreting?
Yeah.
Craig, Paul, can I ask you a huge favor? Can you take that
go on.
phone and just turn it that way? Rotate it? There we go.
Yay!
Yay.
I got a second. I'm just going to get something on my back.
There we go. Let's go.
Okay. So are you still at the stand, Paul?
Yes, I'm still on the stand.
Paul, I see Philip Lyons, the mad. I see,
Crazy frog.
I see Philip Lyons, the mad Frenchman's turned up.
Mad Mancunian. He's from Manchester.
Crazy Frog. Yeah.
Yeah, he's turned up. Come down the motorway on his scooter again.
That is an amazing thing that he's got the he's got the cojones to drive
He's come
down the
along.
motorway on the Scorcher.
He brought his friend with him today, though. I'll just show you his friend.
That'd be great.
He's come a long way, though, hasn't he? Was it Burnley he's come from?
Yeah. Oops.
Oh, it's the Crazy Frog.
There we go.
Yeah.
Way cool.
Hey, can I just jump in for a quick second?
Yeah, please do.
Right. Okay, Paul, I've got something for
Hello.
you.
It's Uncle Paul! I'm coming!
and we will leave that alone. So, Paul, would you do us a huge favor and just turn your phone back to front so we can have a peek at what else is on the stand?
Yeah.
Let me see how camera.
If that doesn't work, you can always just flip it round.
Yeah, I'll flip it round. It's easier. You ready? Say hello, folks.
There we
Oh,
go.
there you are. We're waving back.
Yeah, just point it where you're walking.
Yeah, that's good. So where you're at is at the
Hi,
MiniKit
everybody.
stand,
Hello.
right?
I don't think they can see us from here. Oh,
I
there
can
he
see
is.
the pub from here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the pub's never far away from you, Paul.
Pardon?
I says the pub is not very far from you these days.
No.
So
I
very
have to do my
cool.
bit to society, you see, because, keeping people in work in pubs and one thing and another, so
Mhm.
it works.
Nice bit of sponsorship on your head.
Yeah. Free hat.
Yeah, very cool.
Every
And
every single show it goes to ends up with a free hat.
so how many
Gotta be
cars are
cheeky.
on the MiniKit stand today, Paul?
Often owned by
there's 4 cars on the MiniKit stand today.
Yeah. So
One's
you got
not a non. One's a non-mini kit, but it's still a kit. It's Merlin.
okay.
One of the
So
lads that come with us, though.
is that the
Yeah.
special car you were talking about earlier?
No,
Yeah.
that fell through. I ended up bringing me Tichy to go in on
so you
in the
brought
marquee.
along. You brought Titchy?
Yeah, I bought Tichy in the end.
Can you flip it around?
Yeah.
We want to have a look at Titchy.
Can we,
Tichy's in the main marquee.
yeah, can
Can you
we
look at
see?
this?
Okay. We want to see you trying to get into Tichy.
It's the other side of the it's the other side of the show.
Tell
It's
us
actually
tell us about that one though while we're here.
this is an AMC Cub with
Yeah.
with a
What is that
difference.
one?
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a Nissan engine.
Nissan twin cam in it. Originally mini based.
Yeah.
100 brake horse. 100 brake horse.
Wow.
100 brake horse, 5-speed box in a minute. A cheaper way to do it as well.
Wow.
Reliability as well. Which is a bonus. We all know A series engines aren't very reliable.
Yeah.
A bit like
But yeah.
trailers.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mention
can say that-
trailers.
You can say that about most. You can say that about most. You can say that about most kit cars, though, as well.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Certainly mine.
Suppose so.
So over at the stand, who are the neighboring stands to you at MiniKits?
We got Jago stand and we got the Italian replica stand. I think that's what they call it.
Well, which
Yeah.
Italian replica though?
Yeah.
Anything Italian.
Oh, I see. Cool.
You've got.
But I think they've all bought a gallon of paint and shared it.
anything, yeah.
Everything's red.
Was
They've got all these posh cars. Bought all these big engines and I can't afford a different colour paint.
A bit like a person called Mr. Wylde who likes painting all his cars yellow.
Yes.
Grit bin
And
yellow.
the T4's yellow as well. Which is about.
You're,
Can you see the Rex?
You're not far from Northwest Kit Car Owners. You're not far. Yeah, you're not far from Northwest Kit Car Owners Group either, are you? Go see if you can find Trevor.
No. Trevor's here. Look. I don't
Or
know if you
better
can see
yet,
him.
why don't you be our roving reporter? Have a
He's
stroll
still-
around.
He's still Washington. Trevor's still talking to people on the stand. To be fair with you, he's been busy all day for us.
Okay.
Really busy.
Well, would you consider doing us a huge favor and do some walk around with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
It
have a
depends.
I don't know.
just have a wander over. Just have a wander over to Northwest Kit Car Owners Group and just see who's there.
There's loads here. There's loads of them here. So,
Yeah.
a quick.
The weather's
I've got to be careful. That's why I haven't
the
got.
weather's been
I
kind
haven't got
though,
much
hasn't it?
battery
The
left.
weather's good. It's going to be even
Oh,
better
yeah, yeah.
tomorrow. So
Ralph running repair on the Scorcher. Phil's back here. Phil's
what's
back lights have gone out on his trailer, so he's gone and fetch the light board. But yeah.
just say hello to Phil.
Does
Say
he
hello
want
to
to?
Phil.
Does he want to stop in and say hi?
Say hi.
You
Seven
all right,
foot.
mate? See how you doing?
Aye.
It's the rig. It's the crazy frog. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh yeah. I'm here.
You doing well?
Yeah, not too bad.
How
How are you?
How was the drive down, Philip?
My back hurt after it because I got stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
What should have took 2 hours 40 minutes was more like 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
Ouch! 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 You're a brave man. That's all I can say.
Wow.
Very brave
Wow.
man.
I could have lent you some red and blues, and you could have gone down the recovery lane if you wanted to.
Did you get many funny looks on the motorway as you were driving down? You must get a lot of looks.
Yeah, people beeping their horn, waving and everything. Even before I got onto the main road, someone just stopped in the lane when I was leaving my house to get onto the main road. He just stopped there, let me out, and went,
Get off the road with that death trap.
He just said,
What
your
is it?
car's great and that, and then let me go, and then I just pulled out.
Well, that's very cool. Now, Paul, just there are going to be some people who do not know what a scorcher is. Could you just flip your phone around and just take a picture of it, or take now? Tell us, how many wheels does that baby have?
3 wheels, 2 at the front,
There
1
we
at
go.
the back.
There's the
It's
mini engine on
running
the front.
mini engine and front subframe and suspension, trailing arm on the back, running coil over shock,
Mm-hmm.
and it's well, yeah, then deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it always
Extremely.
gets lots of attention, doesn't it?
Yeah, they do. You
Yeah.
only see them in books, didn't you, in magazines from the 70s. You never
Well,
really see many of them. I mean,
yeah,
they only ever made 30 of them.
But
Out of the 30, there's only 15 of them were on the road. So
well, that was my question. It's a Stimson
Yeah.
design, most people know, or those people who follow minis and mini kits. But they're pretty rare. You just don't see.
But
Where
just
could you
shows-
expect to see that?
It just shows them
Yeah.
how rare they are. Look at the people around it now.
Yeah. My question as well, because it's a tandem, you sit astride it. Where is the clutch
Yeah.
pedal?
I'll show you.
Is it all? Are they always automatic?
No, this
Yeah.
one's a manual. Most of them were manual. This is the brake pedal.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Hang on, let's see. Yeah. And the clutch and the accelerator are on the opposite side. Did you get that?
Okay.
Yeah. It's two mini pedal boxes,
Yeah.
one either side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi there,
Thanks.
Trevor.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Paul, how much power you got left
Hi,
on your
Trevor.
phone? Because I know you said you're very limited.
Not a lot. Not a lot.
I hear you.
Have a quick look
Okay.
at the Northwest stand. Quite a good turnout again, as
I'm gonna send you a
always.
link, Trevor,
Yeah.
because we're live now. Why don't you come
Yeah.
on?
Apologies, Jim's got Trevor on the phone by the sounds of it.
Okay.
But yeah, just keep
Well,
on
I'm going to
looking
hang
around,
up
Paul.
and I'll just say hi to you with the link.
If you just want to do a quick 360, Paul, like turn around so you can actually see it from your view, and then we can see where you are and see what's actually around you. That's it, nice and slow. Let's look at them though. It's just like it's amazing.
Thanks for covering for me, guys.
No worries, the world knows what you're saying.
Hopefully he'll click in
all
now.
red. All red.
He says he's almost out of battery power. So
Yeah.
such are the trials and tribulations of live streaming. This, as I've always said, is kind of like the ancient days of original radio broadcast because mistakes can happen, and as we know, you have to be kind to yourself.
Anyway, Paul, what we'll do is we'll let you go to try and save some battery. I don't know if you've got a battery charger with you, but you probably need it for the middle of the night to tell
I've got to go run the van.
All right, okay.
Okay.
Right, thanks
Right,
very much
see
for
you
joining us.
Thanks
Take
an
care,
awful
Paul.
lot, Paul. You're the best.
See you later, guys.
See you later.
Thanks, Paul. See you. Yeah. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Isn't that the best? I mean, Paul's he's just plain brilliant. What can I say? Well, the guy who stands in like that and just stands up and wow, just great guy.
Right, so have we got Trevor? Have we got
Yeah.
Trevor joining in, or
Well, I'm efforting.
okay?
He's down to the last little bit. Oh God, I sent it to
Wait.
Trevor Rolfe instead.
Oh no!
Mistakes will happen, guys.
Well, do you want to run that video you're going to do before Paul joined in? We'll see.
I
if we can
will
get
do
Trevor
that,
in.
but I'm going to try Trevor one more time. So hang in with me.
Yeah, no problem.
Just makes for riveting programming, doesn't it?
Yeah, about the project he's taken on. Yeah.
Yeah, let's add this here and see what we can make happen. And is buying. This should work.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike. I want to introduce you to my kit car project.
I was going to say because a lot of people take
On the set.
Some people
Come.
have seen some posts on the 7th spot from me. Yeah, well, my project is to
take on
create it
projects.
in England. To be a little bit more precise. Sorry, I bought a chassis around about a year ago, 1.5 year ago. Basically, it's just a basic chassis with anything. Started to finish, or well, I'm in the progress of finished welding off. Now there is the typical Ron Champion low cost. As you can see, still in the early stages. Gathered recently some parts, like the bodywork got now. That's my colleague's project, is a Formula V. So yeah, rear axle, which turned out it doesn't fit. So I need to do some amendments on the chassis. Got a fuel tank. Maybe I'm thinking to change to bigger fuel tank as well, as my cars won't be used mainly on the track. I wanted to have it rather as a tourer. Yeah. So I've got a 4-speed gearbox here from a Cortina. That's all the parts for the spare gearbox parts. Start to accumulate parts to assemble the vehicle. And then here that will be the engine. 1600 cross flow. Has a Piper camshaft, not a Piper camshaft. Freshly rebuilt. So yeah, still need to put this together. So yeah, that's my project and my little garage / workshop. So future you will hear more from me.
So there you have it, guys. Thanks very much for letting Mike do his thing. I've sent him a request to see if he wants to pop in, but I have to tell you, he said he was a bit shy to be in the live stream immediately, and I'm working with him. He's sending me photos and video, which I edit and then make these little videos for him because he's kind of a shy guy. English isn't obviously his first language. He's from Germany, but he's an accomplished builder, and he wants to tell this story, which I think is absolutely fabulous. There are so many of us who've been in the building part of kit car ownership, and in my case, I built from a kit, and it was a new kit. So I didn't take over somebody's failed project. I mean, that's a different thing. So he's going through it methodically, and
taking over a project. Taking over a project. You never know quite what you're going to get yourself into.
Yeah. So, guys, while we're waiting for either Mike or Trevor to pop in, I don't know if Trevor is going to pop in. I think his batteries are toast. He's not going to make it. But I want to talk to you about some of the stuff that we are working.
I tried calling him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I want to just have a chat about some of the stuff we are doing. I want to talk with Craig first. Tell us about what Make Some Noise is, because I mean, you and I did a show to introduce it, but there's going to be a lot of people who don't know what Make Some Noise is. Tell us what Make Some Noise is, and don't tell us what's on the forecast, but let us know what it is.
Right, okay, yeah. Make Some Noise is basically a rebrand. Oh, hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm all right.
Okay. Greetings, world, and greetings, Seven Spot. This is Mike, and he's broadcasting you live from his couch.
This was planned.
Absolutely unplanned.
You're our guest of choice because you're the only one who's gullible enough to answer the link, because we were live. We did have a live segment from the National Kit Car Show with Paul Wylde at the MiniKit Stand, and it was great. It was absolutely great. But we've run out of material, and you're up. So basically, I wanted to just ad-libbing and saying, what your show is about, and of course, I played a little video that you did, and that's great. But most people who are about to build a car, either they're going for a scratch build, or they're like me, just taking over a brand new kit and building. But what you're doing is a bit different. You're building, taking over someone's failed project, right?
Well, how I would say is rather crazy. No.
I mean, it's how can I say? There, at the moment, there are loads and loads of opportunities in the UK,
Hmm.
and they're very cheap. However, you have to stick on with it, because if you put money in and then at some point sell it on, you have wasted a huge amount of money, not even your time. If you want to have it easy, go to one of the manufacturers, put it together. That's it. Yeah.
That's what I did. And Craig, did you build yours from a kit, or did you purchase?
Which the one I had before,
Yeah.
the one I had before was it was a prototype, so it was already pre-built to start with.
Oh, okay.
But when it was found, it was very, very sort of in a bad way. It needed some tender loving care. But the hardest part is there was no blueprints. So literally, what I had in front of me was one photograph from when it was a show car at Stoneleigh in 2001, I think it was.
So you and Mike have a lot in common. Taking over some, basically a bare shell and then building from there.
Yeah, and also finding where the electric points are. Basically, I did have a full head of hair when I first started.
And Mike,
I said, don't lick it while you're actually working on it. It doesn't really work that well.
And Mike, I'm very interested to get back to you and your show, because what you're working on right now is finishing up your frame, and because there was some anomalies, like you're assembling parts from everywhere, and you showed us that in the video, but not when you do it this way. The frame, the space frame doesn't always suit the components that you're assembling.
That's correct.
Yeah. So tell us about the rear end and what you're having to do there.
So basically, the previous owner, he wanted to put a rotary engine with some Mazda gearbox. He wanted to use some Mazda parts. Mm-hmm. Now I took it on. Yes, I bought both of the books, the Chris Gibbs books and the Ron Champion book. And in the beginning, it's when you start from zero, it's not 100% clear unless you're literally on the job where the differences are. And I found, for example, my rear axle, which was a live rear axle, wouldn't fit. So I had to move 1 bar, 1/2 inch to the right. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure there are more things to do alongside. I could see that possibly one of the front, well, in England it's opposite, obviously, where the passenger footwell is. He made some space, probably, I think, for a starter or something, and I have a feeling that doesn't line up 100%. But again, as I will see in the next couple of weeks, once I get the gearbox in, and but I think it's not getting straightforward.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of where I was going with this discussion is, in your particular case, as with, as opposed to doing it from a kit. A kit is like a big mechano set, basically wrench it and put it together. But in your case, because you're assembling parts, you have to work with the space frame you've got, and then you re-weld it to the component that you're now working on. So you're working from the back forward, as it seems.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
So there you go, and it's so once you've got the live axle positioned the way you like it, and then you're going to have to put in the engine and transmission, see how that lines up. Is the transmission space going to be wide enough? In yours got a Ford Cortina transmission, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, yeah, I don't see any problems. I mean, eventually, that little gap, what he did, helps me to fit everything further to the back. Yeah, so I can slide the gearbox deeper in, but I have to see. I really have to see how it's lining up.
Yeah, and so that gets me to the next point, because once you get that lined up, of course, you basically you get your transmission welds the way you like it. Plus, you're going to have
Yeah.
to deal with your motor mounts and where that
Yeah.
fits. Now, I guess at that particular point, you're going to have to look at whether you're going to have your engine. Now, yours is a crossflow. I don't know how it is with crossflows. Do they sit typically quite far forward in the engine well, or can they get fairly close to the scuttle?
I have seen it. Well, from that what I could see on other pictures, it looks that they are pretty much to the front. But again, it's
That's
visual.
what I've seen too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it all depends on which transmission you're going with. But
Yeah.
but
I mean, most of the people, they're even using a Type 9 transmission. I use the Type 3, which comes out of the Cortina, because many people, they have modifications in mind on the engine to get more power out of it. And then this gearbox would be just too weak, and they want to have 5 gear instead of 4 gears and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I am really looking forward to working with you. I mean, you sent me a bunch of photos today, and you're taking it easy right now because you've been working on the shed, and you've got welder's eye right now, don't you?
Yeah. So basically, yesterday, a friend of mine helped me with some welding, and I don't know what I've done. I was looking actually all the time in the opposite side, but over the last night, my eye was quite burning. So yeah,
You got a little bit of
an unwanted break, really.
Yeah. Well, it's great having you with us, and I'm looking forward to working with you, Mikey. This is absolutely fantastic, or as we say, auf Deutsch, fantastisch.
Fantastic, yeah. But there will be more videos outside. I just started with a YouTube video. I know it looks possibly very, very amateurish.
No,
and,
no,
learning.
It's great. I thought
any comments or suggestions, I'm helpful for that.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. We'll make it work. And as I want to say, what we've got the technology so that we can work on your suggestion today of perhaps working to create a bit of a webinar for other people who are interested in doing this kind of build. Now, we've just finished one webinar and presented it just yesterday on YouTube, and the result I thought was quite good. You know, the feedback was really, really good. So we're looking forward to doing one on your side of the pond, and I'd like you, if you wouldn't mind, working with us to be a presenter on the show.
Yeah, sure. If I got the time, no problem at all.
All right. Now I'm going to bring Craig back in for a moment.
Okay, I think we've actually lost John.
Yeah. He'll be back. He's
okay.
So anyways, can you tell us a bit about Make Some Noise, the channel? What is that about? Because you had a previous channel. Tell us how you're moving on.
It's like everything. You've got to freshen things up. It's like when you have like Northern Monkey Productions and then you go to Skidmarks UK.
But tell us about Skidmarks, because that's sort of the history of it, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Skidmarks was basically me and a colleague from Motofest. We set up independently to sort of bring a bit more to do with the modified and mix things up a little bit, give it a new edge.
Yeah.
And we started off small, but unfortunately, we'd won like multiple awards. It's like assisting the MiniKits, and then other criteria going along. It's like working on different projects. But unfortunately, the guy also called Craig, so I can never forget his name. He had to step down because of family. So spend more time being a dad. So basically what happened was we lost all our multimedia for Skidmarks. Everything lost. So I've had to start from scratch. So I had to rebrand because we also lost the name quite instantly. So basically the whole point of Make Some Noise is where we can work on all different formats, not just motor vehicles.
Well, it's not only kits.
No, exactly.
It's kits and cars and a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, it's the whole idea is like going out as we've done before. It's going out and actually doing live events like right now where we're out on site looking around. So you're mixing things up, try and meet celebrities, have a chat with them, speak to people from like museum managers like Gaydon and people down south. And just had a little bite. I've gone back through some of my media, and I'm sort
Mhm.
of like revamping it, bring it back into 2024. But make some noise. It expands
Yeah.
the whole criteria. But it's great that you allow me to keep involved with
Oh.
7 Spot as well.
My pleasure. Now I'm just going to jump myself in here right there, Craig, because you and I are kind of, well, John too. We're all doing things separately, but one of the things that we like to do is to not only do live broadcasting, but to create documentaries. Now, John and I have been working on a few. Thanks to mini kits, by the way, on derivatives and kits that were derived from that. And we've done a documentary on Frank Costin's TMC Costin as well. So I know that you're working on something. Is there something in the background that you can talk about that you're looking forward to bringing forward?
Yeah, it's stalled at the moment because the last show, what happened, I just had no free time. I was running around like an absolute idiot. But the whole idea was I'm trying to bring out a documentary about Barry Stimson.
Perfect.
And basically find out about the real person behind the cars.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully at some point I'll be able to sit down and have a chat with his wife. Well, as he's long past now, but his wife and possibly a couple of his kids.
Yeah.
And basically find out about Barry behind the cars, really. The dad, the husband, the creator.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment, we've got the intro started. We're about to do a bit of storyboarding at the NEC, but as it says, everything happened so quick, and I couldn't do anything. I was literally had to come to a stall.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, maybe later in the year, I'll try and pick up the thing again and start going.
There's absolutely no rush on these because documentaries need to be prepared, and they have to tell the story and tell it properly. So, just looking forward to that. I just wanted to leave everybody. Make people aware that this is kind of the stuff we're doing. And I know that John is working on some stuff right now that he can't really reveal too much about, but I know that he's working on a very interesting story that's circulating about with regard to some of the interviews he'll be conducting tomorrow. So that's all we can say on it, right, John? And John's kind of frozen. But anyway, I just leave it there with,
there we go.
Well, there we he's got a momentary lag problem, but that's fine. So I'm gonna we've been on now. Let's just see how long.
43 minutes.
Wow, considering we have nothing to say, it's not bad.
I've got a really.
So actually, I'm gonna mute John here. Sorry, John, just because you're really laggy. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm going to say, bring Mike in here one more time. I'm going to say, Mike, thanks so much for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Especially, this is amazing. We had our first conversation at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, my time.
Yeah.
We were discussing
Thanks to me, I forgot the time
coffee.
difference.
My cat and and my coffee, and you talking about what you're doing with your project. So I'm going to say thanks for clicking in real quick with us, and we're looking forward to doing a hell of a lot more. So with that, and I'm going to say thank you to Craig. And what are we looking forward to tomorrow? We're going to
Motofest Coventry,
and we will make some noise.
We'll make some noise.
All right, guys. Yeah. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm going to end the stream and on this disaster, and we'll see you at 7 Spot.
See you later.
Guys. All right, bye, guys.
Bye-bye.